I finally did it, guys. I've always been late to the game on all kinds of things. You know, it took me a very long time to actually get a smartphone. I had a flip phone for quite a while. You know, I didn't get my first gaming system until I went to college, and you know, it's not because nobody would buy me any. It's just I didn't want one. But finally, after a couple of years of seeing this all over the place, I finally got my own drone. My wonderful mother bought me this for Christmas. This model right here is from USA Toys. The brand is UDIRC, and this is their Raven. $60, I believe, is what it was. You can find them on Amazon. You can find them on usatoys.com. But yeah, this is the Raven. The camera is 720 megapixels up front here. It has a remote control. It's in my truck right now, which isn't here. But it doesn't have the viewing screen or anything like that. It's just a little LED screen that shows your battery percentage and your different modes and stuff like that. So I'll get into this here, some of the features here. It is extremely lightweight. I mean, I'd say this isn't even 8 ounces. Very lightweight. It's got LEDs down here on the bottom of the legs or the arms. The front half is green and the back half is orange. Now obviously that is for you know, if you are flying at night and you kind of lose sight of it, you can look and see where the green lights are. That way you know which side is the front side to bring it back to you. Has a little battery tray here. Battery hooks up to a wire that you just disconnect when you got to charge it. You pull it right out, put it back in, whatever. It came with a complete set of replacement blades right here, the yellow and black, and it's also got these blade guards right here. And in the booklet it says that to get more power and I guess a better experience out of it, that you can leave the guards off, because the guards are actually a little bit heavy there. These legs here, you know, they look kind of flimsy. You can see that there. However, these, I mean, this thing is very durable. So on the remote control, it has an emergency kill button. So obviously for me, because I'm a beginner, you know, I get it up in the air at a soccer field. It starts to get too far away from me. It starts to get towards some trees or whatever else. I just push that emergency kill button and it will kill the engine no matter how high it is, and it'll just drop. Now, when it is about 5 feet off of the ground, the geoscope on it can recognize that the ground is coming up. It will actually turn the engines back on for a split second. That way it slows the fall when it's about yay high. But this thing is very durable. I have killed the engine probably between 10 times just to test it, and anywhere from 30 feet all the way up to about 60 feet. And the only damage that it has occurred is this little cap that you can see is missing on this black blade here. It didn't even break off. These caps just pop off if you give it the right amount of pressure. Also, on the remote control, it has a headless mode button. A lot of you guys who have drones know what I'm talking about there. But if you don't know, so basically right here up front where the camera is the front or the head, okay? So when you're flying it, you put it away from you, you launch it, you push the joystick forward, it's going to go forward. You pull it backwards, it's going to come backwards. Now in headless mode, there is no front or back. So if it's facing this way and I push it forward, it's still going to go forward. If I pull it back, it's still going to come back to me. That's kind of a nice feature for beginners especially, because this model here does tend to spin a lot when it's in the air. And then also, you know, the joystick to launch the drone up into the air, if you accidentally twitch it to the left or the right instead of up or down, it will spin it. Also there is a button on the remote where you can do a 360 flip. I actually have a clip of that here, but basically what happens is you push the button when you're high up in the air, and then you pull the directional joystick whichever way you want it to flip, and it's going to do a complete and total flip. That's kind of cool for me personally, because I'm only using this for practice and for videos. I don't need that feature, but if you want to get into drones just for fun, that would be absolutely perfect. There is also 2 speed modes. It'll either go slow or it'll go fast, and there's a button for that on the remote. And then, as I said, sorry, there's gnats all over the place here. As I said, there's the button for the emergency drop landing. Now, as far as the drone itself goes, you know, I'm impressed. Like I said, it's very, very durable. It's started for me every single time. I haven't gotten it lost. Nothing has broken on it. My only issue, and I'm assuming it is just because I'm a beginner and I don't know exactly what to do, but let's say I launch it from right here and I pull the joystick up just a little bit so it raises up off the ground. As soon as it gets up into the air, even this high, it wants to take off, left or right. And I don't know how to control that. Now, it did say in the book to adjust the trim, but that is if it is leaning left or leaning right or forwards or backwards when it's up in the air, because when it's in the air, it should be flush with the ground surface. So to adjust the trim, you know, you're adjusting that. Maybe I'm wrong there, I'm not sure. So if anybody has any idea on how to correct that issue, let me know it down in the comments, because that issue to me is actually kind of aggravating because I can't figure it out. As soon as it gets up, it's gone, it's going. This camera does take, as I said, it's got 720 megapixels. It does record video and it takes pictures as well. You can only do one or the other though. You can't take pictures while you're in video mode. It came with an SD card, which was very surprising. Let me check out. The SD card just goes in here underneath the motor. It is only a 4 gigabyte, but the battery on this will die before those 4 gigabytes are even used up. It's got about 12 minutes of battery life on it, which is kind of average. You know, I've seen reviews for other brands anywhere between 8 and 20 minutes. It's got an on-off switch here that you flip on, and you pair it with the remote and you're good to go. So for this brand right here, as I said, for beginners, I highly, highly recommend this. Not only because it's not as expensive as, say, the DJI or anything like that, but, you know, I mean, it's only 60 bucks, but it is super, super durable. You know, when you're a beginner just like me, I've crashed it into a couple of trees on accident. I got it stuck in my tree out front. You know, all the times I did the emergency kill, and it's still good. It's not broken at all, you know. So beginners, definitely check this one out. Right here, I'm gonna play a few clips from this drone that I took. Right here's the clips, and thank you very much to my mother for getting this for me.